Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Cole Wolfrun, and we are back with another Death Battle reaction. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but you guys seem to enjoy them. So I think I'm going to bring back more reaction content, because you guys just seem to like my reaction content in general. Today we're doing Skyrim vs. Dark Souls, Dragonborn vs. Chosen Undead. We've been on a little bit of a Elder Scrolls kick. I personally have been on a huge Elder Scrolls kick. We've been playing Oblivion on the channel. I've been playing Skyrim on my own. And we beat Dark Souls 3 on the channel, so I know a lot about Elder Scrolls lore and basically everything about Dark Souls lore. I definitely don't know everything about Elder Scrolls lore. There's just so much. If you're asking which one I prefer, I definitely like Elder Scrolls lore better. It's just more interesting to me. Dark Souls, though, has good lore and stuff, and as someone who knows a lot about both, my prediction right now is that the Dragonborn's going to win, because I don't see a way for the Chosen Undead to beat the Dragonborn. Maybe something to do with factoring in the fact that he can just die and come back over and over and over. But even then, if he did that too much, he'd go hollow. So if they don't factor in him hollowing, that's the only way I can see him winning, is like war of attrition, like wearing down the Dragonborn over time. Because the things the Dragonborn fight just completely outclass the things that the Chosen Undead fights. Like even Gwyn ain't shit compared to Alduin. Like, and Mirak could probably solo the Dark Souls verse too. Like it's like, well, maybe not solo. But he could beat most of the gods, I think. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe they'll tell me something I don't know that changes my mind, but as of right now, we're Team Dragonborn right now. Well, at least I'm Team Dragonborn. You guys may be rooting against me in the comments. But anyway, let's get into the death battle and see what they have to say. For those of you who've never seen one of my reactions before, I do tend to pause and talk when I have something to say. Just because I feel like if you're reacting to something like this, it's okay to pause and talk.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Brandon Yates. That's right, our Brandon Yates.
Oh, the singer boy. Let's see.
The Chosen Undead, the accursed god killer from Dark Souls.
Okay, Dark Souls 1, yeah.
Dragonborn, the dragon-slaying savior of Skyrim.
Yep.
Resigned to captivity, these two demi-human heroes embraced their destinies and stared down the very gods themselves.
And devoured their friggin' souls.
Because these
They do, yeah.
arsenals and movesets due to being role-playing protagonists. For this death battle, we're giving them everything they have and maxing out all of their stats.
Everything?
Totally possible in game if you're willing to grind. He's Wiz and I'm
You're giving them both everything? Okay.
Their weapons,
Shit.
armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh, 3D animated. Cool.
Our story begins at the end. The great cities of old have collapsed.
That's
the
Dark Souls.
heroes
That's
are dead or mad, and the golden age is over. Looking out upon
So
their
far, so good.
kingdom, everyone would like nothing
That's Dark
more
Souls 2.
to lay down and die.
Too bad for them. That's the one thing they couldn't do.
The world has been
Yeah.
gripped by the undead curse, turning
not everybody. Not everybody is undead in Dark Souls. In fact, that's a huge thing, is like pretty much every NPC you meet in Dark Souls 1 was either left their homeland willingly because they are undead, or they were banished or imprisoned for being undead. Not everyone in the world is undead.
anyone with a mysterious dark sign into mindless, violent hollows upon repeated soul-crushing deaths.
But there is a prophecy of a chosen undead who will journey to Lordran, the home of the gods, and save the world.
Rotting away in an asylum, all it took was an assist from an
Fruit of Pygmy Descendant. It's not really. I guess technically all undead are, so that's fair. Ageless, height, weight, gender variable, prisoner in the northern asylum, emergency, soul ascent. Yeah, that is true. Like, Starkist Sigmar Priscilla dislikes patches, Basilisk's easy mode. Accurate. I was gonna say something about something they said. What was it? Oh, well, keep going.
lucky knight and a giant raven before one unlikely hero.
Oh, I was gonna say Lordran, where the lords live. It's like, that's like calling your godly plane of existence Godrin.
was ready to claw their way through their progenitor's forgotten homeland.
And it helps that as long as they can keep their sense of purpose, an undead will always resurrect at the nearest bonfire. Now, they might slowly lose their memories, their personality, and their sanity, but the curse gives them as much time as they need to get good.
Yep.
Undead are unnaturally resilient, able to survive being impaled through the chest. They've been chewed, eaten, and digested by what I can only describe as a toilet demon. And they can have their
Hate that
souls
fucking
torn
thing.
from their very body, because undead humans don't need their souls to survive.
Just pop some of that spicy Sunny D, and they're good to go. If
True.
anything, it seems like they get off to it.
Looking to get stronger? Join
Ads!
Fitness today.
No! Fuck off! Fuck off!
Save when you.
And speaking of souls, they can absorb the souls of their fallen enemies to increase their power.
They're a master with swords, hammers, spears, axes, bows, you name it. And that's without any formal training. With the right stats and setup, they can be anything from a cartwheeling assassin to a dragon-smashing tank.
To the giantest of dads. And despite the serious gothic themes of the series, these weapons can get anime as hell.
They can.
This great hammer is a ginormous mallet the size of a sedan.
Based on its size and likely bronze composition, it'd have to weigh over 100 tons.
Oh my god, they're doing like actual. Okay, yeah, I like when they do actual math, but for Smo's hammer, there's some. That's one thing that I guess that is an advantage that strength-wise that the Chosen Undead is gonna get, because some of the fucking weapons in Dark Souls are just absurd anime bullshit, and I love it and hate it because like I guess it works for Dark Souls, but it would look silly in a more contemporary. I guess, well, not contemporary. What's the word I'm looking for? I guess a more mainstream. No, that doesn't work either. Dark Souls is mainstream now. Something like the Elder Scrolls. Like, Guts' Dragon Slayer would look silly in Skyrim, is what I'm trying to say. And it would. Now, if you mod your game to have that, go nuts, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Do your thing. Yeah, let's see. Boss soul weapons, shields, SS plus humanity, dark sign, green, block. Oh, they're giving items too. Okay. That's going to be interesting for the Dragonborn, because the Dragonborn can have a shit ton more, way more items in his arsenal than the Chosen Undead can. Dragon Head and Torso Stones. Is that going to come into play? Cool.
A lot like Goff's Great Bow, which can shoot pillar-sized arrows and one-shot dragons out of the sky.
Or my favorite, the Moonlight Greatsword, produced
Moon
from the
sword.
ass of the albino dragon.
The ass sword.
Sorcery,
Yeah.
Seath's
Seath's ass sword.
A universe-hopping anomaly that can fire powerful sword beams and just looks so cool.
Too bad it
Chosen
sucks if
Undead
you're
has
anything
learned
but an
magic from the
intelligence
greatest
build.
practitioners in the world.
Being a
They can
strength
craft
build with that
shot
weapon,
defensive
not a good
barriers,
idea.
Reflect damage, throw balls of flame, control mines, fire magical crystal spears, turn invisible, and toss bolts of sunlight strong enough to peel the stone scales off of mortal dragons.
So their pool of magic is pretty limited. So if it comes down to it, they can shut off all magic in the vicinity with the miracle Vow of Silence.
Preventing anyone from speaking any spells aloud, including themselves. With this incredible arsenal,
Vow of Silence is going to be how the Chosen Undead, stops the Dragonborn from doing shouts. They're going to factor that in way more than they should, probably.
and judicious attention paid to the stamina bar, the Chosen Undead was rolling their way to victory.
A roll so powerful it bends the laws of space.
I met that guy.
Through attacks.
I met that guy at a con. He was really cool. Like the famous rolling Solaire. I'm in one of his videos, I think one of his old ones. I don't know if it still exists, as Goku. Because I was cosplaying Goku. God, this was like almost 10 years ago. Oh god, this was 10 years ago. Shit. Like rolling around me. It was great.
Like they weren't even there. Though sometimes it doesn't work and it's bullshit.
That's just a game mechanic, but great to use when you're
I also missed, that was at Screw Attack Game Convention. I actually met Wisdom Boomstick that same day. Wow, it's been a while.
Surviving ancient dragon.
That was when the Chosen Undead was dragged back in time to face the fallen knight Artorias, the greatest
Best
warrior in
boss!
history. And not only defeated,
Best
but
boss
accomplished
in Dark
the
Souls
greatest feat
1.
attributed to Artorias' legend,
Possibly all of Dark
the Son
Souls.
of Manus, the father of the abyss that threatened to consume the world.
They've even beaten other chosen undead.
In Dark Souls 3, the abyss has begun to consume the sun. In the untinted graves where the flame has fully gone out, the sky is completely black, no sun or stars left. Oh, okay. Yeah, No, I didn't forget about that. I knew that. I guess I just didn't think that would be a factor. Why are they bringing up the abyss so much?
Dead from alternate worlds, like the best buddy in all gaming, Solaire. Praise
Best
the
boy!
sun. And soon they were approached by these two slithery freaks. One said to link the fire, and the other said to let it die out, which totally makes sense. Wiz can explain it.
Don't look at me. Dark Souls lore is as notoriously convoluted as the flow of its time.
I was lying. I
which is
didn't
why
remember
we have
the
a
Abyss
true
thing.
expert
I
in the
forgot.
realms of nerdom to explain it for us.
I just didn't want to admit I forgot something about the lore.
Believe how many item descriptions, forum posts, and moody 2013 lore videos I had to watch.
Jocelyn? Don't you dare talk shit about Vatividya. Vatividya is a saint. And a godsend to the community.
Through for this. It's story time, kids. In the beginning, the world was unformed and static. Then suddenly, the first flame burst to life. And with it, the concepts of heat and cold, life and death, energy and time, light and dark.
Sounds like a mythological Big Bang.
The gods were granted
It's nowhere near a Big Bang. The world already existed. Like, the arch trees and everlasting dragons already existed. Fire just created humanity. It's not a Big Bang at all, Wiz. That's way, way overstating what happened. And spell relies on the use of light to reverse an object's time, implying the first plane controls time, consistent with alternate timelines, merging into flow. Okay, that's accurate. But a mythological Big Bang? No, it is not a Big Bang in the slightest, dude. That's way off. It's not very often that they get something way off in a story when doing these videos, but, like, that's not correct at all.
immensely powerful souls from the first flame, but their greatest fear was the soul possessed collectively by the race known as humanity, the Dark Soul. The Skyfather Gwyn
That's
feared
accurate.
humanity's immortality.
He's not the
and
Skyfather.
sealed their dark souls within them. But as humanity reproduced, the Dark Soul collectively grew and the first flame waned. Turns out humans were naturally undying, or, according to the gods' propaganda, undead.
Gasp! It's all a conspiracy. The undead curse was a
Yeah.
lie.
Linking the fire means using your very soul as fuel to keep the first flame burning. If an undead champion believes their immortality is a curse, they'll do anything to prevent it, including burning fragments of the dark soul to keep the age of the gods going.
So you're a pawn in a game played by decrepit gods desperately clinging to power.
Pretty
That's a
much.
huge bummer.
They might look like a depressed California raisin, but in order to link the flame, their soul needs to be strong enough to maintain the whole universe and the flow of time for another 1,000 years.
Other similarly powerful undead across time are swift
Okay.
enough to dodge lightning and even light itself. Based on their dodge compared to this beam and the time it took to reach them, they'd be reacting and moving at over 20% the speed of light.
At the end,
Yeah, I don't think the dodge rolls are actually that fast. And we're just reading it. Come on, guys.
of their quest, they faced down and defeated Gwyn, the Lord of Cinder, long hollowed from linking the flame 1,000 years ago. So, which will you choose? Link the fire and prolong the
Nah.
carnage, or let it fade
Lord of Darkness!
Only dark remains.
Lord of
Is
Darkness!
the biggest bummer of them all. Truth is, it never mattered. The cycle just continues age after age, with new heroes replacing the old ones, until the chosen undead was long forgotten.
Until the infinite march of time ground the world to ash. It was never about the happy ending. It didn't exist. It was about the struggle to get there. That's ultimately what gives us meaning.
Turn thinking
No!
about the bathroom into loving it. With
Fuck off, ads. Fuck off, ads. Fuck off, ads. I'm gonna edit these out.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Brandon.
That's right, Boomstick. Dive into the thrilling world of versus music with Brandon Yates as he brings hypothetical matchups to life through his commissioned compositions.
Brandon is one of the composers behind Death
Yeah.
Battle, bringing us the incredible show-stopping songs you
We're gonna skip.
Welcome to the frosty Viking paradise of Skyrim. Visit the quaint Nordic villages. Hike up to the throat of the world. Marvel at the beauty of Blackreach. Hey, what's that in the sky? Why, it's Macho Man Randy Savage. No,
Fucking
it's
mods.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Fucking mods.
Oh, that is a dragon. But not just
Alduin.
any mere Drake. This is Alduin, the World Eater. and he's come to burn everything to a cinder.
But fortunately for you, his path of destruction happened to interrupt your impending execution at the hands of those uppity Imperial pigs. That'll be the worst mistake this stealing
Stormcloaks are worse.
Stormcloaks are worse. Before you escaped the destruction of Helgen and defeated a dragon
The
yourself.
Stormcloaks are super racist.
That could only mean
We're not going to
one
get into
thing.
that in this video.
You are a being born with the blood and soul of a dragon in the body of a Nord, or elf, or Khajiit, or lizard dude destined to battle Alduin and save the world.
In their tongue, you are the Dovahkiin, Dragonborn!
Canonically, I think, because there is a canon of each chosen hero in the Elder Scrolls. Like, there's a canon. They never specifically say it in, like, the sequel games, but in the lore, like, the Neververine is a Dunmer. The Hero of Kvatch is an Imperial. And obviously the Dragonborn is a Nord. Like, that's pretty clear canonically. But that's the cool thing with RPGs. You can play whatever the hell you want, despite what the canon says. And if you choose to ignore canon when Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, and you'd be like... Because they're never going to mention what species the Dragonborn was when Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, when they talk about it. It's just going to be mentioned as, the Dragonborn, the last Dragonborn. It's never going to be mentioned what they are. But typically, if we go off of like all the like media and the trailers and stuff, the Dragonborn should be a Nord. As it should be. I'm not like that kind of Nord fan. I play Nords because I'm a real life Nord, but some Nord fans take liking Nords a little too far.
In their quest to rid Tamriel of Alduin's dragon army, the Dragonborn became...
He's only 6 feet. Bullshit. I am not taller than the Dragonborn. There's no way the Dragonborn is shorter than me. He should at least be 6'3". Male Nord and promo material that, like I just said, blood and soul of a dragon, incarnation of the... Yeah. Blessed by Akatosh. Also blessed by Todd Howard.
Master of all.
They learned to be a master assassin with the Dark Brotherhood, a master sorcerer with the College of Winterhold, a master thief with the Nightingales, a master dragon hunter with the Blades, and a master good boy. Who's a good boy? That's a good boy.
They even fought in the Skyrim Civil War on the side of the Imperial Legion, champions of order.
You mean the Nordic War for Independence?
No, they don't, Boomstick.
Those elf...
Of course, the redneck of the two supports the Stormcloaks. No, a true son of Skyrim sides with the Empire. I'm just kidding. Do whatever you want. It's your game. But I'm allowed to have opinions.
Nord supremacists?
Better than those jackbooted Cyrodiil fascists? But what else could I expect from a monster who steals from innocent villagers by sticking buckets over their heads?
They can put their skills to good use with an absolute glut of weaponry. Not just the usuals like daggers, swords, hammers, and axes, but also special weapons given to them by the Daedric princes.
They're basically crazy powerful gods from the plane of existence called Oblivion. From that wascally wabbit Sheogorath, the Dragonborn received the Wabbajack, a staff that casts a completely random spell on its target, from disintegrating them to healing them to turning them into a chicken.
From Meridia, they received the Dawnbreaker, a holy sword made for burning the undead to ash. That's similar to Oriel's bow, which can shoot fiery arrows that can blot out the sun.
Which is a portal to heaven.
The sun in about 2 seconds. The arrow...
No. The sun in the Elder Scrolls world is a portal to heaven, basically.
Would have to be moving at over...
So, it depends on interpretation. Some people think you're just destroying the portal if you use Ariel's bow, and others are like, nah, you're nuking heaven.
250 times the speed of light.
Except this isn't Earth and the Sun. This is the planet Nirn.
Okay, cool.
According to the Elder Scrolls lore master Michael Kirkbride and his in-universe text cosmology, when you look up at the Sun, you're actually looking into a dimension of pure magic. Confused yet? I am.
Exact measurements here are difficult to make, but if anything, the distance should...
Maybe it's not a portal to heaven. Maybe it is just... I don't know. I think I read something that it was a portal to, like, the afterlife or something, but, like... It's another dimension, that's for sure. So you are destroying another dimension when you use Ariel's bow.
Much greater.
Speaking of magic bullshit, the Dragonborn can heal themselves. cast wards and destructive elemental spells, control minds, conjure weapons, and summon lesser Daedra to help them out in a scrap.
They're an especially powerful mage because their mana recovers itself automatically over time. They'll never truly run out of firepower.
Hell yeah.
But as a Dovahkiin, the ability they're most famous for is the Thum, or shout. By speaking the words of the dragon language, they can manifest their will into reality.
Like with the classic throwdown, an unrelenting force which can knock your neighbors into next week, or Soul Tear, which removes the soul from your enemy's body and stores it in a cute gem, like so. Reversal!
Damn it! We're gonna...
Wait, why didn't anything? Oh.
Student loans, man. Something had to cover the down payment. With these shouts, the Dragonborn can summon country-spanning storms, slow down time, and even call upon a dragon for help. Odahviing. Dragons may look like scaly reptiles, but in reality, they're immortal demigods older than time itself.
True.
They're the children of the chief god of Tamriel's pantheon.
The Dragonborn is an unstoppable force of nature. If they happen to take any damage, they can just drink a potion or nosh on a cheese wheel.
Cheese!
And they can carry up to 150 cheeses at once. My dream.
Assuming these abnormally large cheese wheels have an average weight of 70 pounds, we can determine
That's fucking heavy.
Dragonborn can carry up to 10,500 pounds.
That's
of cheese.
insane!
That makes sense, considering they can match muscles with giants who are so strong they can shatter the game's spaghetti code to pieces.
The last Dragonborn has battled the vampire Lord Harkon, ended Skyrim's civil war, and defeated the first Dragonborn, Miraak.
Hell yeah.
According to the book The Guardian and the Traitor, Miraak was powerful enough to tear apart the island of Solstheim from Skyrim's mainland.
By comparing
Yes, he
the
was.
size of various countries on Tamriel's map, we can determine that Solstheim is a landmass nearly 1,500 miles in diameter. In order to
Jesus.
move that much land over the course of their fight, Miraak's magical prowess must have output an energy over 300 teratons of TNT.
That's 3 times the impact of the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs.
Oh, that's
Crazy
insane.
when shouts can get strong enough to shake the world itself.
It wasn't long before the Dragonborn confronted Alduin in Nord Heaven and put an end to the World Eater once and for all.
The epithet is literal. By absorbing the souls in Skyrim's afterlife, Alduin was powerful enough to devour everything. Not just the planet of Nirn, but the Kalpa, the entire timeline past, present,
Damn.
and future.
That's the level of unimaginable power the Dragonborn is dealing with here.
Tamriel is no stranger to great heroes across its vast, sprawling history. The Nerevarine, the hero of Kvatch, all magnificent in their own right.
But when you heard that shout
Nerevarine.
echoed through
I always
the
forget that one
and
name.
the
That name's
death throes
hard.
of a dragon defeated, you knew it could only be the Dovahkiin. Dovahkiin, Dovahkiin.
Yep.
Yeah, Wiz, did you know that I can blow up a galaxy?
What? How?
I signed up for a Death Battle YouTube membership by clicking the join button on any Death Battle video or the YouTube channel. You can pick from 3 different tiers full of extra goodies. Base form champions get special badges, emojis, live chats, and the Death Battle Discord.
Ooh, Death Battle.
Below
Sorry,
planet
I'm
level,
yawning,
you can watch
guys.
all
I'm
sorts
not
of
bored. I'm
exclusive
just
videos
tired.
And see Death Battle before anyone else.
Then there's Galaxy level, which nets you all of that, a whole Rooster Teeth first membership, and the power of ultimate destruction.
Can't confirm or deny that last part, but it sure sounds impressive.
What are you waiting for? Join now to become a champion.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Oh.
Go and stop this fool who would let the flame burn the age of humans to ashes.
Oh, the chosen undead is trying to link the first flame. He's doing what Frampt wants. And the Dragonborn is trying to prolong the age of man and become the Dark Lord. And he's doing what Kath wants. That's a cool way to have this fight happen. Okay, but pause. After everything they said, what do I think? I forgot to pause. But so before we continue with this fight, we're going to rewind a little. Who do I think is going to win? Let's actually go back here. Who do I think is going to win? They didn't really say anything about the Chosen Undead that makes me think they have even a ghost of a chance here. The Chosen Undead's about to get their cheeks clapped. Like, the Dragonborn is going to kick the shit out of them. Like, the Dragonborn is just insanely overpowered. Like, if we're gonna be real. Even giving them both everything, like all spells, all weapons, everything from both of their games, the Dragonborn's universe is just a more powerful universe. The Elder Scrolls universe is just another level of power compared to the Dark Souls universe. Like, people conflate difficulty of game to powerful lore. Like, how powerful bosses are in the lore. But, like, Nida Artorias would not be a problem for the Dragonborn at all. Neither would Manus or any of them. It wouldn't probably be a very difficult fight. He'd probably win pretty easily. And wouldn't die once. For the Chosen Undead would die 8 times. Unless I'm playing, then he wouldn't die at all, or he would only die once. I'm kidding. But yeah, overall, the Dragonborn's winning this. Period. End of story. Like, he's just too powerful. If the Chosen Undead wins this, I'm calling bullshit. Unless they can, because usually in the explanation at the end, they have like some secret intel that they didn't give us during the breakdown. Or, like, they expand on something that was in the breakdown that shows the real reason why they won. I don't think there's anything they could do to explain this, but we'll see. If the Chosen Undead wins. If the Dragonborn wins, yeah, no shit. So, we're going for the Dragonborn.
Death battle!
Go and stop this fool who would let the flame burn the age of humans to ashes. The Ancients of Dark will do anything to snuff out the light. Save us, Chosen Undead.
Now I'm definitely rooting for the Dragonborn because I go for the Lord of Darkness ending. I like this music though. Woo! Haha, the roll! One thing Dragonborn can't do is roll. Arrow in the knee. Ha! Okay, that's funny. Yep, they can exist without their soul. Ha! He respawned at the first flame. Ooh. Holding! Dead, yeah. Oh! Dragon Slayer, Great Arrow. Call Storm? Yeah! Lightning! Haha, this is so fucking cool! This is so fucking cool. The Chosen Undead keep... Oh! Moonlight Greatsword. Yeah, that's cool! Oh, yeah! 2 of the best weapons in the game. I mean, my dragon's walking around with Wuthrod, but still. I knew it! I knew they were gonna do the silence bullshit. It destroys undead. See if it's gonna work.
Prepare to die.
Save this world, Chosen Warrior. Bring the fire!
Do it. Put it up. Oh, fuck you, ads. No. No, get out of here. Get out of here. That's a cool way to end, though. Fus Roda puts out the flame. Nice.
Upon the world, our Lord hath returned.
That was a cool fight. Yeah, I figured.
Oh my
Yep.
god, this boss is bullshit!
This debate was fascinating. The Dragonborn had a wider variety of training, better access to summons, and magic that passively regenerated, as opposed to the Chosen Undead's limited pool of magic.
Vow of Silence was a slick counter to the Dragonborn's magic and shouts, but it wouldn't last forever.
The Dragonborn was significantly faster, too. The Chosen Undead could dodge beams of light, sure,
Okay.
but Oriel's bow could fire arrows that move at least 250 times that.
But none of that
If
mattered
it
if the
was an ability
Chosen
to reach
Undead
Magnus?
couldn't stay dead.
You'd think the Dragonborn's anti-undead weaponry like Dawnbreaker would be an easy solution, but the undead of Dark Souls aren't really the same as Draugr from Skyrim.
Skyrim undead are more like those classic reanimated skeletons.
Yeah.
But remember the conspiracy. Humans in Dark Souls are naturally immortal. They're not
Yeah.
actually undead.
True.
Soul Tear wouldn't have been much use either, considering humans in Dark Souls can have their souls removed without dying.
So why didn't the Chosen Undead just keep coming back until they eventually won? Like with any Dark Souls boss.
One word, power. The Dragonborn had way more and greater feats of raw power than the Chosen Undead.
Exactly.
Like summoning country-spanning storms with a single shout, or defeating Mirek, who split a continent.
There's also the lore. Both characters
The
are
lore!
mythical demigods in the same kind of vein as Hercules or Sun Wukong. Gameplay alone won't give you the best idea of their full power as characters.
Like I was
Let's
saying,
give their
yes.
potential from the lore.
The lore.
Undead sustaining the first flame with their soul was insanely impressive. Considering the first flame is responsible for the core concepts of the universe, like
Okay, that part's true, but it's still not a big bang, Wiz.
energy and time, it's not a stretch to say it affects not just the planet they live on, but the whole universe.
But that's nothing compared
Debatable.
to the power levels in the Elder Scrolls.
Let's compare
Exactly.
the First Flame to Alduin. Both literally run on the power of souls, and both can be directly scaled to our combatants.
Alduin had strength to consume the universe, not just Nirn, but the Kalpa as well.
You know those planets you see in the sky? According to cosmology, those are actually separate, infinitely big
Yeah, they
things.
are. They are.
Alduin was going to eat infinity. Multiple infinities.
In comparison, the First Flame is powerful enough to sustain a universe and the flow of time, but it can't be infinite. Otherwise, it never would have faded to begin with.
And that meant the Chosen Undead just wasn't powerful enough no matter how many times they revived. With that much of a difference in power, the Chosen Undead would eventually lose their will to fight and go hollow. It's not traditional, but it is a form of death in Dark Souls.
It is.
The Chosen Undead was surely tenacity personified, but still wasn't enough to stand up to the Dragon.
Tenacity isn't enough sometimes.
Broken arsenal and overwhelming power.
The Chosen Undead could only last so long before they flamed out.
The winner is the Dragonborn.
Yeah, I agree. The Dragonborn definitely wins that. So I'm glad Wisdom Boomstick agree. Yeah, I don't really have much to say, guys, because that was a really fucking cool fight. I did really like all the in-jokes, like the roll and the arrow to the knee. I like Odoving showing up. That was cool. I did like how the Chosen Undead didn't just, like, wreck Odoving. That would have been kind of cheesy. Odoving killed him, and then he came back with the Dragon Slayer bow and went, no! I would say Calamete's probably stronger than Odoving, maybe? I don't know. Definitely not as strong as Alduin. But, yeah, and in the end, like, when the Chosen Undead technically did link the first flame, but the Dragonborn just Fus-Ro-dotted out of existence, that was fucking awesome. So yeah, I'd say this pretty... Apart from them saying that the first flame was a big bang, pretty lore accurate, too, to both series. Ultimately, I'd say I like this death battle. This was a good death battle. The Chosen Undead definitely loses this every single time. And before you guys come in, like, what about the Ashen one? What about the Tarnished? They all lose. The Tarnished might stand a chance, actually. But ultimately, I think it would just be the same outcome. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you want to see more. I do a lot of RPG like playthroughs on the channel. We're going to be playing through Skyrim eventually for a roleplay. And tune in for more death battle reactions. If this video does well enough, we'll keep going with more reactions. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see y'all next time.